education, inspiration, Sahara TV, they get mount, they get mount. Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to Sahara TV. In this segment, we're going to be speaking to Mr. Osaze Ehigiator, a Nigerian author, and also an immigrant who actually is going to take us on a journey from 1985, when he embarked on this journey from Nigeria, his birthplace, coming to America. And he's going to explain to us what was the push and pull factor for him, and also the experiences he had before he reached what they all call the American dream. Mr. Osaze Ehigiator, welcome to Sahara TV.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Nice. And congratulations on your book.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we know that this was a journey that you embarked in the pursuit of an American dream. And we're going to ask you right now just to walk us through, some of the smooth, the happier moments, and even the sad moments that you encountered to get here today, and also maybe why you ended up writing this book. So we'll go back to 1985. How old were you when you left Nigeria?
Oh, I was just barely 20 years old then, barely a child when I left Nigeria.
Okay, an African child traveling with $400 in his pocket, going to a place he had never been before, a place where no family was there. What was in your mind at that time?
I was just, because I've heard a lot about America, and I know it was a journey worth taking, worth trying, and I had much faith in God.
Right.
I just came here and said, okay, let me go and do my best and see if the American dream is attainable. Okay. I know that it's doable with God's help.
All right. I know you probably obviously had apprehensions of not knowing what to find when you get there. You landed in Texas in a place called Edinburgh, and I hear this is close to the Mexican border. Why this place? Who was there to be?
I landed in Houston International Airport. I took a bus to Edinburgh. Right. Because I had an admission to a Pan American University. It's in Edinburgh, Texas.
Right.
And I had some friends that were going to school there.
Okay. So with $400, did you think at that time it was going to be enough to get you into school?
I knew it was not going to be enough to even carry me for a week. Okay. But I just said, let me give it a try.
Okay. Like most immigrants who come to this country, you were homeless.
I was homeless.
Right.
There was a lot of apprehension, but I just say, well, that's not going to stop me.
So can you describe the experience of you landing and not finding anybody to receive you? How was that experience, and what did you do?
It was very scary, but I also knew that I have reached a point of not going back, because the only way to keep going forward is to stop looking back.
Right.
I just stopped looking back and I said, let me take it one day at a time.
Where did you sleep? What did you eat?
At the airport, I bought some food that I think it was, there was Jack in the Box at the airport. I didn't even know the difference in the menu. I saw what somebody had, and then I went to them and said, let me have that.
Right.
So I bought that at the airport, then I took a cab to a trailway, a bus then. Right. I think we have one now that took me to Edinburgh. The first night I got there, I think I slept in 24 hours fast store. Then the following morning I went to school and asked for some of my friends that I knew in the college.
Right.
So I was able to get accommodation there for a couple of weeks.
Okay, so after those couple of weeks where you obviously were staying with friends and people like that, you then hustled for a job.
No, I hustled to live there because there was no job there. That's a valley city. it's close to Mexican border. So even the students that were there didn't have a job. The people I was staying with, there were 4 of them in a room, and there's only one of them had a job at 7-Eleven. So I made some contacts. So I had to come to Dallas, Texas.
Okay. So when you got to Dallas, Texas, this is obviously where you then hustled for jobs, odd jobs that might be.
Yeah,
because I see that you worked as a cabbie and you also worked in restaurants and places like that.
yes, I started working in restaurants. So it was later, I started driving a cab around 1989. That's 4 years after I've been in Dallas. So I've worked in various restaurants then. Restaurants, hotel, and all kinds of any job I can see.
Okay. Now also you enrolled in college, obviously. You had actually been accepted in college before you came.
Yeah, I did not register because I found out that what I have is not even enough for 2 courses in a semester. So I just kept that money and came to Dallas to hustle and get some money. Then it was 1990 that I was able to register in UTA, University of Texas Arlington here in Dallas, Texas.
Okay. Now, in your book, you make reference to the 11th element commandment. A lot of people would like to know what this is because it sounds like some underground kind of society.
Yeah, that is a society of the homeless guys. When I drove the cab, I walked around the Parkland Hospital. That is in Harry Hines in Dallas. Mm-hmm. And opposite Parkland, you have the Salvation Army. So I used to wait at that 7-Eleven for a call. You have some homeless guy there. They have a leader whose name was Bob. Staying there every night, I was able to observe them and see that what makes sense in our society, regular society, is foolishness in their own society. Here, the law is saying, "Thou shalt not kill."
Right.
In their midst, you have to have killed somebody to be recognized and feared. So it's like everything that makes sense to me and you does not make. Showing kindness here is a virtue, but showing kindness in their midst there is a sign of weakness. So it's where the society stops. That is where their own law starts. It's just everything is a reverse of what we have in the Bible. So that's why I call their mode of operation the 11th commandment. In the Bible you have 1 to 10. So there starts from 11. So that's why I call their mode of operation 11th commandment.
Okay, so how would one join this society? By virtue of being homeless?
Yeah, you have to be homeless. You have to have gone to prison. You see, this is a memoir, personal memoir, so it's about my observation. So for somebody to be in Salvation Army, some of them were veterans that have been to war, and some have like some mental issue.
Right.
Some of are people that have been released from prison that did not have anywhere to go. Some of them are people that have some kind of sickness. So they don't reason the way me and you reason. So their mode of operation and reasoning is different.
Okay, so it's altered according to their experiences and their lifestyle.
It's altered. That's why there's a guy there they call pastor. So, but instead of born again pastor, they all call him born against pastor.
So did you have to? Was this some form of a cult, if I might say?
No, it's not a cult. It's just a solidarity among them. If you are a homeless guy and you are one of them, then you are accepted. If you are an outsider, you are not one of them.
Right.
It does not matter if you are kind to them, but I was able to observe them because I parked there to wait for a call every night, and I saw their mode of operation and who is who among them.
Okay. Now, when you say the thrill of a rookie, this is obviously the title of your book. You had thrilling moments. I mean, going through all that experience and also bonding with other homeless people. And obviously, Rookie being a new recruit, So can you just tell us how, throughout your inspiration to write this book, that aligns with the title?
Oh, there's a lot of thrill, especially when I just came to this country then. Looking at even TV commercial, watching TV commercial is like watching a movie because the standard and what's in there is different from what we see in Africa.
Right.
And anybody that comes from Africa to the United States know that you will see a lot of things that is going to be mind-boggling. Even go to the grocery store, the quantity of food. There are some words we use here in Africa that you cannot use here. There are some people you just meet and the way they behave is just an eye-opener. It's just those experiences that I went through, the challenges, the ups and downs. So for lack of a better word, I call all of them trail because I call it an adventure to a comic planet. Right. So everything I call them trail, and I was a rookie, so that's why I call it Trail of the Rookie.
Okay, now we all talk about this American dream, and most probably there's no specific way you can achieve this American dream, but the most obvious is obviously working hard and struggling. So you have achieved your American dream.
I would say so. Looking back at where I started from, yes.
So you're a homeowner, you are also a citizen, you have a job, you're tax paying.
I have a master's degree, I have a bachelor's degree, I have some professional qualifications, so I have wife, I have children, I'm not homeless. So to me, that's an American dream.
Okay, is Nigeria in the sights going back home, or whichever way is home now?
They are both home to me. America has been good to me. America is home. I still have friends and relatives. They are visit Nigeria once or twice every year. So that is the advantage of having two homes, so dual citizenship. So they are both home to me. I'm grateful for the American generosity and experience, and I still have friends and relatives in Nigeria.
This discussion comes in the footsteps of an immigration reform bill that's actually been going through the process of being passed. And the debate has been obviously to secure the borders, and the demand from the immigrants themselves was to reunite families. Now, did you have a family before you came? You were just 20 years old, right? So I figure you didn't have a family. But what would you think, and what would your wishes for this reform bill for those that are coming after you?
I think families should be reunited.
Right.
For as far as that is concerned, but just opening the border for anybody to walk in without restriction, I think restrictions still need to be in place, because when, just like in your home, if you open the door for all kinds of elements, you might have good intentions. Some of them definitely take the advantage and use it against you. That is one of the, we just discussed the 11th commandment, that what makes sense to us might not make sense to certain people.
Right.
But as far as uniting family is concerned, I think that is good. For immigrants that are here, that are working hard and they are staying out of trouble, I think the process needs to be made smoother for them and remove the hindrance on their way. But I'm not for open door policy that anybody can just walk in and we just receive them without scrutiny.
Okay. So anyway, thank you very much for joining us on our program today. We appreciate, and you sound like you have a very interesting book which is your memoirs actually of your experiences and your American journey to achieve your American dream. Now, before we leave, I'm sure there will be people who have gone through similar experiences but would love to hear from you, from reading through your book. Where can they find this book?
Oh, it's in Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. In short, all they have to do is just type the title, Trail of the Rookie, just Google it, put it on Google page. And they will see it's all over the place. And they can also go to my web page, www.osazepage.com.
Okay.
So it's THROILL, Trail of the Rookie. Rookie is ROOKIE.
All
Just
right.
Google it or go to my webpage, and then they will get it.
Okay, Mr. Ehigiator, thank you very much for joining us. And all those people who want to obviously find the book, it's going to be on Amazon. It's also going to be in Barnes & Noble. And if you want to know more, you can actually go to his website, which is already said, www.osazeehigiator.com. So thank you very much for joining Sahara TV.